Hey guys, it's Bree Bloodlust. Today I'm going to be teaching you to make a UFO cup, and it looks like this. Yep, it's pretty big, but you know, it's really, yeah, you can put it with anything. It looks really good. What you need to know first is how to make this. It's an X-based cuff, 1X. From that, you will watch. I've made a tutorial on this. I shall link it below. With this one, from this you'll have to make this, which is an extended X-base cuff, which you will have to watch the tutorial on how to make this, because I've started at this one, taking, you know, just doing the second layer of X's. So it's going to be a bit hard if you don't know how to make this to try and catch up with this. The first tutorial I made on this was 15 minutes long, so yeah, I had to shorten it down a little bit because I don't have fast forward thing. Alright, so let's get started on the UFO cuff. You're gonna need your X-base, extended X-base cuff, string, 45 beads for your middle, and that's what we're going to be doing at the moment, is the middle, so you're only going to need 45 beads. So what you do is you take your string, mine's around my neck right now, but what you do is you take your string, I'm going to put it down here, and you thread it through this bead here, this one here. That's the middle connector bead. If you don't know what a connector bead is, I'll be a little worried, because that means you wouldn't have watched the tutorials, and I don't know how you would have an X-base cuff if you didn't watch tutorials. So now you just thread on 5 beads, and you just thread it through the next middle bead. And pull tight, and you should have something like this when you pull tight. Looks like a little point. Now you just continue that pattern all the way around, 5 beads, and then put it through the connector bead. And then keep doing it. All the way around. It's really slippery and hot today, so the string is it gets really slippery. I'm using stretchy string, just in case you guys ask. It's called Jewelry and Craft and Jewelry, sorry. I do have Stretch Magic, but that's for, emergencies only, because it cost me $8 for Stretch Magic, when over in America it only costs like $1. but here these spools only cost me $1, so it's alright. And it's 0.5 millimeters, this one that I'm using. It doesn't really matter the width of it, but the diameter, it's called. But, you know, yeah. It may worry some people. Alright, so then, once you've got to here, string on the last 5, and you just don't string it through the middle, just tie it off. Just tie it off, and keep it tight when you tie it off, otherwise it will look really bad, so just keep it tight. Once you've done that, you may cut the strings off, both of them, and put it to the side. So what you should have is this now. So this is the middle bit of your cuff. You're going to push the points out now, because they're going to be the things you thread through. What you're going to do now is you're going to get another piece of string, probably the same length as the one you just used, and you're going to just thread it through this bead here. So it's a connector bead, but it's this connector bead. So you thread it through that connector bead, it's right at the top, and you're going to pull it all the way through, and you're going to thread on 3 beads. So I'm going to make mine blue, clear, blue. So blue, clear, or just all blues actually, and they're all different coloured. They're all light blues, these ones. So blue, 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 and then you're just going to let it fall, and you're going to thread it through the point of one of your things that you just threaded on. And you're going to get the same colour, because I've got different blues mixed in here. It's really hard to tell what blue's what, but I don't care, I'm just going to grab blue. It's just 3 beads, 1, 2, 3, and then you thread it up to the connector bead, through the connector bead, and it should form this V shape. This is what you want. So 3, thread it through the next point, and pull tight. And then 3, thread it through a connector bead. Okay. So 3, thread it through a point. Three, thread through a connector bead. Now when you do it all the way around, when you get to the last section where you have to do it, I'll show you what I do. People do it differently, but I do it this way because it's much easier and you have far less chance of messing up. So I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna start using my needle because it's a lot faster. So if you don't have to use a needle. This is also my pointing implement, but it just gets it done faster because I want to hurry up and finish this video so that I can, well, not this video, this part of the video, so that I can show you guys how to do the bottom without making another video, because I'm already at 10 minutes, and yeah, I just find it confusing when you have like part 1, part 2, because not everyone checks for part 1, part 2, and I know I've done this. You could like go onto a site and you're like, cool, watch the video, and then it doesn't come up part 2, so you have to actually go searching for part 2, and it's like, oh, jeez. Half the time you don't really feel like doing it, you're just like, oh, whatever. And my beads are falling off right now. As you can see, I've got different blues. I've got light blues and dark blues mixed in. It actually looks pretty good. I did that because I've got dark blue connector beads and light blue other beads, like light blue top and bottom beads, like the 2 top and bottom beads, and it looks pretty good actually. I thought it would look alright. I'm not really putting them in order. I'm just, you know, stringing them on. So alright. Jeez, this string is horrible for threading. Like, mass amount of beads on. So, 1. Looks like I'm gonna have to do this in 2 parts, guys. I didn't want to, but looks like I'm gonna have to because it's already at 12 minutes. And, yeah, I don't particularly want to because I know it's boring. I like to keep my videos simple, plain, and, you know, easy to follow. But, you know, sometimes we don't get what we want, which sucks. But, you know, life goes on. Anyway. Okay, this is my last amount of beads. My last 3 beads that I've got to put on for this row, and then I'm going to stop it and start on my part 2 video of how to actually finish this. Alright, so you just grab it and you just tie it. You don't thread it through the point, you just tie it with the other one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 ties, and you just cut it off because that way it hides in the knot hides inside the beads. Alright, so I'm going to stop it here and I'm going to make part 2 to this video on how to do the bottom.